Hi everyone, it's an exciting day today because we are going to look at 5 key vocabulary you need for TOEIC and Business English. Plus, we're going to do 3 TOEIC questions at the end, and I'm going to show you how to get the answer. Our focus today is going to be on key adjectives for TOEIC. So, let's get started. Let's look at number 1. Reluctant. This is nervous about doing something. You are unsure if it is a good idea. Synonyms for this could be hesitant, uninterested, or unwilling. Here's an example. Let's look at this young girl. She was reluctant to go near the water because she thought there might be sharks, a very common fear. So she was reluctant to go swimming. Or if we look at the restaurant is reluctant to raise prices because it might anger customers. So they are nervous about it. They are unsure if it's a good idea. The noun for reluctant is reluctance. Okay, so let's look at the next word. The next word we can see here is adequate. Adequate means sufficient, good enough, satisfactory. For example, this soccer player is good, and his skills are adequate for the local league, but not adequate for the professional level, so not good enough. Or we see this hotel. It is far away from everything. Because the hotel is so remote, it's hard to find an adequate number of employees. So they can't find a good number of employees that want to work there. There aren't enough. What is the opposite of inadequate? Well, inadequate. I think I said it. Inadequate is the opposite of adequate. But remember, adequate means sufficient, good enough. The next word is valid. This means acceptable or legitimate from the view of government or authority. Common forms are valid identification, valid visa, valid contract, a valid excuse, or you can make a valid argument, but it's legitimate. Here's an example. Immigration officials said her work permit was not valid. You can also say invalid, and she needed to leave the country immediately. I don't know why it was not valid, but that's what the official said. You need to leave immediately. This is invalid. Or this passport, it's beautiful, but it's not a valid passport. The opposite of valid is invalid, illegitimate, or in some situations, illegal. The next word, number 4, is enthusiastic. This is excited about, energetic about. The common form is somebody is enthusiastic about something. Here's an example. Many people wouldn't be, but she is enthusiastic about moving to a small town. So she's excited about this. Now, the noun form is enthusiasm, which once again is similar to excitement. So if I said the team played with a great deal of enthusiasm, the team had lots of energy and seemed excited. The last word, number 5, selective. And this describes a person or process or company that chooses or selects carefully. Here we see the chef. The chef is very selective about his ingredients. The ingredients have to be fresh, local, and high quality. If they are not, he will not choose them. So he is extremely selective. Or the organization is selective regarding who it hires, as they need people who are enthusiastic and not hesitant to take risks. All right, so our keywords, our 5 keywords today were hesitant, adequate, valid, enthusiastic, and selective. Now we're going to get enthusiastic about some TOEIC questions. I'm a very selective person, so I picked 3 of the best, most challenging TOEIC questions. Let's look at the first one. Okay, here to get the answer, we mainly need to understand context. So, if we look at the context, is it hard to get a job at this company? Yes, it is hard. Why? Well, our choice could be there aren't many jobs, or the company only chooses certain types of people. There is no match for A. However, B would be selective. The company is very selective about the people they hire. So they are very specific. They will not just pick anyone. The person needs to match a criteria. So the answer here is C. Let's look at 120. To get this answer, the most important thing is reading and understanding the whole sentence. Understand the idea. However, we can eliminate one answer immediately because of grammar. First, eliminate D. When you use in addition, you have 2 options. I had a bad day. I was chased by a bear. I was attacked by a pack of dogs. So I could say, I was chased by a bear, in addition, comma, I was attacked by a pack of dogs. Okay, so that is just in addition, comma, subject, verb. The other example would be, I was chased by a bear, in addition to that, or in addition to being chased by a bear, both are fine, I was also attacked by a pack of dogs. This is in addition to noun or verb ing, comma, subject plus verb. On this TOEIC question, if it said in addition to, it would be correct because we have 2 writing articles, comma. However, there is no 2 before writing articles, so eliminate D. Now we look at context. We can simplify the sentence, just simplify it. So a simple version, blank writing articles, the job also includes other stuff. So we can guess writing articles is part of the job. Other stuff is also part of the job. So eliminate by. Grammatically it's fine, but it's not logical. By verb ing answers how. I passed the test. How? By studying. The company increased sales. How? By promoting their product online. If I say the job also includes adequate research and fact-checking, and I say how, and my answer is by writing articles, does this make sense? It's how it includes adequate research? No, it doesn't make sense. It's not logical, so eliminate A. So now we have B and C. Well, the best answer is C. Besides plus noun means in addition to, as well as. For example, when I was sick, I had chills and a headache. So I could say, besides having chills, I also had a headache. Or, besides chills, I also had a headache. So the common form is besides noun, subject, also verbs. So we look at the sentence, and the employee needs to write articles and also do adequate research and fact-checking. So, besides writing articles, the job also includes adequate research and fact-checking. Okay, so let's look at the last question, 113. Well, let's look at a key phrasal verb here. Run out of. Now in pronunciation, it's going to sound like run outta, but for here we just see run out of something. And that means to use all of something and have none remaining. It is all gone because you used it all. For example, while hiking in the desert, we ran out of water. This was a big problem. Or, when I was in Las Vegas, I gambled too much and ran out of money. This was another big problem. Or, when I told my wife I lost all my money, she said I ran out of chances and kicked me out of the house. Another problem. Well, now that we know that, we can first eliminate B and D. Why? Well, they are the same meaning. We cannot pick one because sufficient and adequate are the same. Adequate equals sufficient. Sufficient equals adequate. So we can't pick either. Now we have A, replacement, and C, anticipating. Well, if you use verb ing as an adjective plus noun, this means the noun does this. For example, the movie bores me. It is a boring movie. The question confuses me. It is a confusing question. She frustrates other people. She is a frustrating person. It is an anticipating cartridge. The cartridge anticipates something. And anticipates equals predict or assume the future. A cartridge does not have emotions, feelings, a brain. Therefore, it cannot anticipate something. As a result, the answer is not C. So the answer is A. This might confuse people because replacement is a noun. However, we have a compound noun here. A compound noun is when two nouns are beside each other. They are usually formed when you have noun, preposition, noun, and you take out the preposition, and the second noun goes first. Here's an example. A burger with cheese. That is a cheeseburger. This is a compound noun. A park for amusement. This is an amusement park. Or a cartridge for replacement. This is a replacement cartridge. Therefore, the answer is A. Well, thank you for joining me today. We found and looked at 5 key vocabulary, some sweet TOEIC adjectives, plus we did 3 difficult questions. 3. What is this? 3 difficult questions. Please subscribe, like, share, and keep improving your English and TOEIC. See you later.